Hello everybody, this is a daily tutorial about how to add simple cube to Unity and then export it from Unity to the game. And David Taylor had a fantastic tutorial about this in YouTube, so I strongly recommend you to go and watch it. But if you have problems following its video, following David's video, or you need some extra clarification, or if you want to see it in a current version of Unity, then totally welcome to watch this. Okay, so then it's empty, and I'm going to add your shape. We can do it different, but this is a way to do it. 3D right click, 3D object, cube, and I will add this cube here. And an important thing in 7 days to die is to make sure that your object, the main object, what we usually call the name button, is located at the coordinates 0, 0, 0. It has no rotation and it has no scale other than 1. And we can see all that here to the right in transform. And we can see that the rotation is okay. 0, 0, 0, no rotations. And we can see that the scale is also okay. 1, 1, 1. So no upscale or downscale has been applied. But the position is not right. And you can set values here manually. You can write whatever you want. But the easiest way to fix this is to click on the 3 dots here and click on reset. Oh. Now it's located at 0, 0, 0. Right now the name is cube. We are going to change it to best cube, for example. And the good recommendation, you don't need to do this, but prefab to the name. You don't need to do this, but it's strongly recommended. So here's our cube. It can be difficult to see, but it seems that it's varied. It's not on ground level, but I would say that it's a little lower, right? And it's a common thing in Unity generally positions the center of the object is 0, 0, 0. We do not want that, because if we export this, then the object is going to be buried in the ground. We do not want that. So one thing I usually do is to add the floor. And you can do this in different ways, but I generally add a plane to make it more visible. Here in assets, you can see all the stuff that you had in your project, materials, an editor, all the stuff. All these menus, you can bring them up with right click, and then you can choose whatever you want to. Material, we call it floor material. Here to the right, when you select the material, you can see all its properties, the shaded and everything else, but in this case, we only care about the color. Where we apply the materials to the floor. And to apply materials to objects, you can do it in 2 different ways. You can drag and drop, or select the object. Here you can see materials, and you can drag and drop your material here. And now instead of the default material, it says floor material. What we generally do is to raise the cube 0.5, and that is standard for 7 days today. And Unity, we apply the position to 0.5. We change it here, and now you can see that its position is 0.5. You can also fix this in XML, in the XML files, by applying object offset. So you can leave it at 0, and then fix it. The XML, that's another way to do it. That's how a lot of assets work. I generally prefer to do this way, but you can also do it with the XML fix. But we've also said that we do not want to have our parent in positions older than 0, then we need to fix this. And the way to fix it is to create a new parent, create empty, create object, we call it test cube. We rename this so it's no longer prefab. We reset the position that we did before, and then we simply grab this or object, the actual object, and we drop it in our new parent. As you can see, our cube is still positioned in the right place. So we are going to go for the easy, simple, recommended way, which is put the collider on your parent object. So we are going to remove this. Instead, we are going to add the collider here to our parent object. And we can do that also in different ways, but the easiest way is to click on Add Component, Collider, and we want to choose the box collider, not the box collider 2D. This is for 2D games, but the box collider. There are other kinds of colliders, capsule, mesh collider, other fields, but for simple shapes like this, box collider will work fine. You want to hit the collider with this, or have it. The collider, it coordinates also with this, and now collider is positioned in the same place as our view. Now we have our object. Now we have also our parent that is positioned at 0, and no scale. One thing we can do is to add a material to our object. We right click, go create. You can add here different textures and stuff, change the shader and whatnot. But for this tutorial, we are just going to change the color. We are going to do it the same way we did before. So everything looks good, but we need to do one more thing, which is add tag. And tags and colliders are what makes the objects in the game interactable. It's what allows the objects to be interacted with and to cause effects in the game. We have the collider, but we need to add a tag for a simple cube with the collider position in the main parent. We are going to choose a tag name block. And I have my tag manager here with a lot of tags. If you are using the tutorial project, that comes with a tag manager also. If not, you can also add your custom tag manager into an existing project. So we are going to choose the block. We choose that, and now the tag changes to the block. What we are going to do is prepare and export this object to add it into our game. So the way we do this is we select the parent object and we drag and drop it into any folder here. We're also going to save, just so our thieves save it and we do not accidentally exit Unitat, Windows, everything. This is what we want to export as a Unity 3D file to later be added into our game. We right click on the prefab. We have this option here. We have this option here because we have this script with the platform export asset. And this is the script that most people uses to export assets from Unity into 7 days to die. You need to have this installed in your project, otherwise you are not going to be able to export your things. It comes together with the tutorial project. You can also simply add it into an existing project. So we have this for prefab. We right click, we look for our option, and it should say build Unity 3D asset from selection. And here you will see 3 options. Don't overthink it unless you have very well knowledge about Unity, exporting assets, and all the stuff. You want to choose the recommended video compression, fast load. Choose this. Unless you have a very, very good reason to choose something else. It will ask you to give your folder name and then save. And now we have exported our prefab into a format that is compatible with Zendesk today. If you're interested, I can make a very, very tiny tutorial also in how to make the experiments to actually add this into our game. But this video, I wanted to focus just the Unity part. So have fun with this. Thank you for watching.